Good morning, students. The next topic which we are going to see is about the conversion of galvanometer into an ammeter and voltmeter. Already we know with what is a galvanometer, is it not? It is a device, yes, to store it is just to indicate the flow of current or the voltage in it. Here we are going to see how it is used as a ammeter and how it is used as a voltmeter. Yes, and galvanometer is a very sensitive instrument which is used to detect the current. It can be easily converted into an ammeter and voltmeter. Okay, so we can convert this galvanometer into ammeter or voltmeter by just connecting a resistance. Okay, so first, when you are converting the galvanometer into ammeter, what we are going to do is we are going to connect the resistance. And first, the ammeter is an instrument which is used to detect the flow of current. Okay, ammeter is an instrument which is used to detect the flow of current, and so it offers with a low resistance. Why it offers with a low resistance is so that the current can easily pass through it. Yes, and so the ammeter is connected in series to measure the circuit. So to convert the galvanometer into ammeter, we are connecting it in series. Okay, so this should be galvanometer should be connected in series. Okay, so here we are considering the galvanometer which is converted into an voltmeter by connecting a low resistance in parallel. Okay, so galvanometer is converted into an ammeter by connecting a low resistance in parallel. So here this is said to be the parallel connection. Okay, and suppose if you are connecting in the straight line like this, that is said to be the series connection. Okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to connect the galvanometer and the resistance in parallel so that we can convert it into an ammeter. Okay, and that value of resistance is called as a shunt resistance. Okay, so this value of resistance is called as a shunt resistance. Then scale is now calibrated in ampere, and the range of ammeter depends upon the shunt resistance. So how is the range? That depends upon this value of shunt resistance. Okay, so the resistance which is connected in parallel, that resistance is called as what? The shunt resistance. Okay, so this is a diagram which denotes the galvanometer which is converted into an ammeter. Okay, so this is a galvanometer, and here we have with a shunt resistance. And first the flow of current is I, and now this current has to be split into two, is it not? So the current which is flowing along the galvanometer is measured as Ig, and the remaining current we are writing as this total current minus this Ig. So it is I minus Ig. So current flowing through the shunt resistance is I minus Ig, and current flowing through the galvanometer is Ig. Okay, clear with this? Now using this, we'll see with the derivation here. First, I be the current, and I, when it reaches the junction A, it is divided into two components. As I've told you already, this will be divided into two components. One is Ig, which is passing through the galvanometer, and the remaining is I minus Ig, which passes through the shunt resistance. Okay, so these are the currents which is flowing. Yes, now the value of shunt resistance is adjusted so that it produces a full scale deflection. So we are going to adjust the value of shunt resistance so that it produces a deflection. The potential difference is the same across the shunt resistance and the galvanometer. Okay, so galvanometer and the shunt resistance, the potential difference will be the same. Clear? Next is we are going to see with a derivation. For this we are going to take with the Ohm's law. Ohm's law is given by V is equal to I into R, as we know already, is it not? V, which is given by I into R. Now we are going to see through what it moves. First through the galvanometer, next one through the shunt resistance. So this is a galvanometer and this is a shunt resistance. So when you see the galvanometer here, What is the value of this I is given by Ig. What is the value of this R, that is the resistance, is given by G. So we are writing as Ig into, sorry, instead of this G we are writing as Rg, because R is a resistance, is it not? So R of G. Next is current flowing through the shunt resistance. Shunt resistance, the current is what? I minus Ig, and this resistance is written just as S itself. Okay, now if you want the value of S alone, bring this I minus Ig down, so we get Ig divided by I minus Ig into Rg. So this is the value of S. So S is equal to Ig divided by I minus Ig into Rg. Same way, when you need the value of, multiply with S inside, so we get I into S minus Ig into S. Now this can be written as Ig into Rg, which is this side, okay, and here we are writing as Ig into S, sorry, I into S minus Ig into S. Now bring this Ig term here, okay, so we get Ig into Rg. This minus, when you are taking to other side, this becomes as plus, so plus Ig into S, which is equal to I into S. Now from this both, take Ig outside, okay, so if you are taking Ig outside, we get Ig into R plus S, okay. So it is Rg plus S, which is equal to this term as it is, okay. Now when you need the value of Ig alone, we are going to bring this to the denominator, okay. So we get I into S divided by Rg plus S. Now this term are all considered to be constant because they are all the value of resistance, that is the shunt resistance. So those terms are all considered to be constant terms. So we get Ig, which is directly proportional to I, okay. So we can say that the deflection of current in the galvanometer is proportional to the current which is passing through it. So this gives the equation for the ammeter, okay. So the galvanometer, which is converted to an ammeter, okay. For converting galvanometer to ammeter, we are connecting the resistance in parallel, clear, okay. Then next is, so these two are connected in parallel. So when any two resistance are connected in parallel, then the total resistance is given by 1 by Rp, which is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Okay, so 1 by Rp, which is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Here, instead of this Rp, we are writing as R effective, and R1, R2 is written as Rg and S. Okay, now take the LCM in this, multiply this term here and multiply this term here, and these two terms has to be multiplied. So we get the term as S plus Rg divided by, this 2 has to be multiplied, so it is Rg into S. So this gives a value of 1 by R effective. So when you take the reverse of this also get reversed, so we get this in the numerator, so Rg into S divided by this term, okay. So this gives your effective resistance when two resistance are connected in parallel. So this is the conditions when you are seeing the ammeter, okay, clear. So galvanometer, which is converted to an ammeter, okay. Then it's converted into an voltmeter. So for converting this galvanometer to voltmeter, first we are considering what is a voltmeter. Voltmeter is an instrument which is used to measure the potential difference, okay. So voltmeter is used to measure the potential difference. It should draw any current from the circuit, otherwise the potential difference will change, okay. So whenever there is a current flow, there will be a potential difference, is it not? Then voltmeter must have high resistance. As we saw in the ammeter should have what? Low resistance, and the voltmeter should have high resistance. And here when it is connected, this will have high resistance. எப்போ high resistance இருக்கும்? parallel இருக்கும்போது. அதே மாதிரி ammeterல எப்போ அதுக்கு low resistance இருக்கும்? when it is connected in series. Okay, so you should know the difference between these two. Yes. Then so this is a galvanometer and this is a resistance, and these two are connected in series to measure the voltmeter. Now let us consider Ig to be the current. Since this both are connected in series, there is no change in the flow of current. Ig will be the current which is flowing uniformly through this circuit. Clear? Next, the galvanometer is converted into an voltmeter by connecting high resistance in series. Okay, there we are connecting a low resistance, and that should be connected in parallel. For what? For ammeter. Okay, and for voltmeter it is high resistance in series. Clear? Now the scale is calibrated in the range of voltmeter because it is converted in series, is it not? So it is calibrated in voltmeter. Then the value of resistance is adjusted such that only the current Ig produces a full scale deflection. So we are going to adjust the value of shunt resistance so that only the value of current Ig will produce with a full scale deflection of the current. Clear? Next is Ig be the resistance of the galvanometer, Rg, and Ig be the current. Then the current is the same as I told you. So I is equal to Ig because the current is flowing uniformly. So I is equal to Ig. Then I is equal to Ig, which also implies that we know that V is equal to what? V is equal to IR. This is from Ohm's law, which we studied in the second lesson, is it not? Now, same way, if you want to know the Vi alone, this can be written as I is equal to V by R, where V is said to be the potential difference and R is said to be the resistance. Okay, and how we are writing with this is whenever any resistance are connected in series, the total resistance is given by Rs is equal to R1 plus R2. Is it not? Now this Rs we are writing as Rv because voltmeter. Okay, and R1 is written as Rg and R2 is written as Rh. Okay, so this gives you a total resistance of the galvanometer, and which is converted into an voltmeter. Yes, clear with this? Okay, then next we have Ig, which is equal to V by R. So instead of this R, we are writing with a total resistance which is given by R plus Rg. Same way, from this, if you need the value of Rh alone, now just bring this down this side. Okay, so we get Ig into Rg plus H plus Rh, which is equal to what? V, is it not? Now bring this Ig this side, so we get Rg plus Rh. Okay, so Rg plus Rh, which is equal to V divided by Ig. Okay, since we are bringing this term down. Okay, now we need the value of what? Rh alone, so bring this term also this side, so we get the value of Rh, where Rh is equal to V divided by Ig minus this term which is given by Rg. Okay, so this gives you resistance. Clear with this? Okay, and so we are also writing this as Ig is proportional to V. So how Ig is proportional to V? Because current which is flowing through the galvanometer, and that is totally proportional to the potential difference. Clear? Then so that is written in the words here. The deflection is proportional to the current, and that current is also proportional to the potential difference. Okay, so voltmeter is the one which has a infinite resistance. This is very important point. Voltmeter should have infinite resistance. Clear? Thank you.